Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United 2, don't know why I'm wearing the earpiece. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 1. Crystal Palace 1. In a way we have beaten Liverpool because they messed up the other night and we didn't. But I just want to, personally, I'm just, probably like a lot of you, quite shocked, absolutely shocked that we've won that game, because I think for a while there we were thinking it wasn't going to happen. But I just want to say, I'm going to be quite humble here and say, Wayne Rooney gets my man of the match. Lingard's goal, he deserved to be about 20 yards before, 20 years even, 20 yards further back than he was, because the technique and the volley, it's still going now if that net doesn't stop it. An absolutely superb way to win a cup final. And I'm so happy for all the fans, because it's the Fans Association Cup, as Shane Higgs said on our watch along. If that was for you today, forget Van Gaal, forget the players, it's been a rubbish season, but to win today was all about us getting something back from a horrible season, and what a way to do it. And I think for those who've not had an FA Cup win in their lifetime that they can remember, you will look back on that FA Cup final in years to come because of that goal and winning it extra time. A memory was made today that you won't forget, and that's what football's all about. But Rooney gets my man of the match for the simple reason that I thought the tactics were boring. I thought it was side to side, typical Van Gaal rubbish again, against a Palace side that I think any decent side would have swept away. I didn't think they were very good at all. I think we let them in the game way too much than we should have done. But the reason that Rooney gets man of the match for me today, he actually showed some fight and passion and anger and aggression. He was skirting on the edge a bit. Could have got sent off himself a couple of times. It would have been harsh, but he could have done. But that's the old Rooney for me. But the big difference was, up until the Palace goal, he was passing side to side, playing near the centre circle. We went 1-0 down, and it was totally against what Van Gaal's tactics are, but it was brilliant. He got the ball, probably shocked Palace a bit, ran past three players, went into the penalty box, put a brilliant cross in. Fellaini knocks it down, Mata scores. But it was totally made by Rooney. It was sort of like ripping up the rule book and saying, sod this side-to-side boring football, I'm going to go forward and do something. And he went into that final third, which is where Rooney does the damage. We need Rooney in that number 10 position, doing what he did to get that goal, creating stuff in the final third. That's where Rooney's future is. He's not a centre midfielder, taking the ball off the back four, doing his silly sideways passing. He needs to be in that number 10 position, doing what he did, getting us back into the game. And I thought it was just one bit of absolute brilliance. And I think Rooney's had a really poor season, but he got us back in that game and gave us the opportunity for Lingard to score what was an absolute brilliant goal. You know, Lingard for me is going to be a squad player for United, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that goal, he'll never forget it, and what a way to do it. And for a local lad as well, superb, absolutely brilliant finish. The big question, as Shubman says, is Louis Van Gaal staying? I think he is. I think that's the only downer, and I don't really want to think about it other than what I'm going to say now. I think he's going to stay. I saw him going up. I saw him interviewed, and the very first thing he said, Mr. Big Ed, was, "I'm the only manager to win 4 trophies in 4 countries." Shut up. Absolutely shut up, you absolute joke of a man. You've inflicted us to boring football for 2 years. You've made us be an absolute laughing stock. Wigan won the FA Cup. It's for the fans. We've won the FA Cup. We're excited. We're ecstatic about that. But don't come on here like you've just won the European Cup. We won that game in spite of you. I think Rooney just ripped the rule book up, like I said, and Lingard scored an absolute worldie. You take them away, and Palace probably would have won that game. I'm so happy they didn't. But it's nothing to do with Van Gaal. And then you see him going up on getting the trophy, and Woodward's there rubbing his face. And for me, that's not the sort of thing that a manager's going to get. It doesn't look like a manager who's going to get sacked. He doesn't look like a manager who's going to walk away. I think we're stuck with him, and it makes me absolutely terrified, to be honest, because we don't want that. I wanted to win the FA Cup. I would never have given that up, but I think we're stuck with him, and that's that. I would just have to see what happens over the coming days. We'll talk about it a lot more on the Sunday show at 9 o'clock, but I do think we're stuck with him. I just thought that reaction from Woodward, rubbing his face and the little handshake, it just didn't look to me like he's going to retire. But it is about the FA Cup. Performance-wise, what I did want to say is Smalling. Why did people, Alex included, who's on the United Stand tomorrow night, he's going to get told off, calling him an effing disgrace. It was a stupid mistake by Smalling. We won the game, but even if we'd lost the game, I wouldn't have been hanging him out to dry at all. I thought it was just he was on a yellow card. The players got away from him, not in a dangerous position, but it's just a human reaction. You can tell his instant reaction, like without thinking, was grab him, and then he realises 2 seconds later and goes, "Oh, because I'm on a yellow card." It was just It was just a natural reaction, and I'm glad that wasn't the reason that we lost it. But I've got a little video I want to show for you before we go anyway. But man of the match for me is Rooney. I thought Blind was poor. I thought Rojo was poor. I thought Valencia was okay. He made that goal. He put the cross in for Lingard. De Gea made some really key saves. Couldn't have done anything about punching goal. That was a rocket. Carrick, I think we've seen that was something that makes me sad as well. I think we've seen the last of Carrick holding the trophy up as vice captain. I think that's the end of Carrick. I think he's going to go, which is sad. But I'll do a video all about Carrick because I love him. I've loved him for his whole time at United. He's not Marmite. He's golden, that lad. He makes such a difference. I think he is running out of legs, but I think it's sad that he's going. Russell. What shows are coming up over the off season? If Van Gaal goes, it's going to be absolutely amazing. We'll have transfer shows every day. If Van Gaal stays, we'll try and do transfer shows, but I don't know who's going to want to sign for him. I mean, let's be honest, we're absolutely ecstatic we've won the FA Cup, but it was a boring game, wasn't it? The tactics were crap. But bar that, forget all that. It's all about winning the Cup, and we deserved it after a horrible season. I've been saying that for so long. That the one thing is, enjoy the evening, enjoy the FA Cup. It's about the fans. It annoyed me when Van Gaal came out and made it about him, and it was nothing to do with him. Rooney is man of the match, and when you watch it back, we've done nothing throughout that game really, and then he just like, sod this, I'm not passing it side to side anymore. Goes past 3 players, drives into the box, put the cross in, brilliant. He's not a midfielder. Ibrahim's saying he was like Paul Scholes today. He was nothing like Paul Scholes. What he did, he went from an average midfield performance, and a lot of people were saying Rooney was rubbish. What he did, he went from an average midfield position and went sod it and playing as a number 10, and he made a goal. Rooney should be number 10. He's not a centre midfielder. When he went into number 10, it made a difference. It made an absolute difference. Lindhall, did you have to win the cup to stay in the job? He evades the question. I don't know. We'll talk about that Sunday tonight. If he goes, he'll make the weekend. It'll make it. But Rooney was my man of the match. Carrick had a good game. Martial was kept very quiet. They did a good job on Martial. Rashford, I thought, played really well. Hopefully it's not a bad injury. Mata, not brilliant, but he scored the goal. Lingard, very close, pushing Rooney man of the match, because you don't score many goals like that in your career, and he deserves all the accolades no matter what you think about him. He will always be remembered for that, so well done to him for that. But I'm ecstatic we won the FA Cup. There was a time there where I was thinking, oh my God, we're going to get to the final and we're not going to win this. How do we even respond to that? But personally, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been involved with the United stand this year. The FA Cup is all for you. I didn't contribute to it, but you know what I mean. Zara's been live at Hotel Football today. We did the watch along for about 8 hours. If you watched that, I hope you really enjoyed it. We'll put up some highlights over the stuff. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here all summer talking about all the United players at the Euros, transfer deals. There's going to be a lot going on over the next few days. Don't think that there won't be. There's going to be an announcement about Van Gaal one way or the other, and Mourinho. If I was a betting man now, Mourinho to PSG, Van Gaal to stay. I just got a horrible feeling, but I'm not going to think about it too much. We'll talk about it tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. But there is something I just want to leave you with, which I'm going to get up for you now, and I think you'll all enjoy. A little tribute to not Rooney. A little tribute to Jesse Lingard's goal, and it definitely deserves it, and it's definitely going to get the treatment it deserves from me. There we go. Final club.
Back of the net.
If we can get it working.
Back of the net.
Back of the net. Back of the net. Absolutely superb. Brilliant goal. Probably didn't do it any justice, but get rid of that. And I've got a little funny one for you, Mel. Some of you might know Carrick fan. Let's see if this works. Morning to the Carrick fan. He's just joined us.
They say that I would make a mistake. Didn't they say you were gonna be trouble?
It wasn't brilliant.
Brilliant. Absolutely superb from the Carrick fan there. I've enjoyed today. I'm tired now. I'm going to get something to eat. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Brilliant. Brilliant to win it. As typical Habib Gaming, yes, we've done it. We'll take stock tomorrow what's going to happen with Louis van Gaal, but tonight we drink, tonight we celebrate, and do enjoy it, because we've had a horrible season. and it's nice to come away with something and actually have a trophy in our cabinet, which Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool do not have. Thanks for watching. It is the United Stand. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. As the night draws in, we've got a trophy. Speak to you all later. Cheers for watching. Manchester United FA Cup champions. We'll start to worry about Van Gaal tomorrow.